Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Marek here, and this time we're looking at some new features in Premiere 26.2, which is now available. And I want to show you the 5 major new features that we have in here, where they may make some big difference to your editing here. Okay, so feature number 1 is about transitions. I've got a sequence here with a bunch of clips with the default transitions between them. And as you may know, last year, towards the end of last year, Adobe added some new transitions because they bought another company, and they reshuffled some of the transitions in here. So when you look in video transitions, there'll be some different folders. There'll be some new folders as well. But what we also have in here is, so we've got loads of these in here, okay, and we got some new transitions in here. There are quite a few in here. I just want to show you a few examples. So I'm just going to do a search. So for example, we've got this new edge glow, which is under effects in here. So say if I apply it to this video here, just quickly, just on the video itself, if you look closely at the video, just play it, look at this glow on the edges there, just around the objects in the video. May not be super visible in the video in here. Or we got light leaks, might be better. So if I do light leaks in here and apply it there, get something like that. Now, these are effects, so you can customize them through the effect controls panel here. So you can customize, so with the light leak, you can customize the hue, the actual colors. So you can pick a different color, maybe a bit more orangey color. We can adjust the rotation and the hue rotation and the feather and the speed. So maybe a bit faster. So get something like this. You can also keyframe these as well, because you got these stopwatches in here, where you can keyframe almost all the properties in here. So you can easily, quickly customize them in there as well. Okay, so there's quite a few of these transitions and light effects as well. You can find more details on the Adobe website where they show you the list of these new ones here. But I want to show you some more features. So feature number 2, object masking. So I'm just going to remove this in here. So it's like a normal video. Okay. Now, object masking tool is not a new feature in here. But what's new is you can adjust the edge quality on your mask using smooth or sharp. You choose them before you actually create a mask, before you apply the mask. Okay. So smooth is better if you say have someone with loads of hair, for example. Sharp is better when you have clearly defined edges. So I guess in smooth would be better for here because he's got quite a bit of hair. Okay. And so you excuse me. So you just pick smooth or sharp, and then you can just select create a mask in here. A couple of things about smooth, especially. Smooth doesn't allow for mask expansion, so just something to keep in mind. Smooth doesn't work in team projects, at least not yet. So if you use team projects, you'll be using sharp. Okay. Also, if you were to create a mask using smooth, and if you open your project in earlier version like 26.0, there are some issues with the mask, as Adobe mentioned. So make sure you stick to the 26.2 if you're going to use the smooth in there. Okay. Feature number 3. Feature number 3 is we now have audio waveforms in the source monitor. Now, what I mean is we have audio waveforms with the video together. Okay, so If I just load, say, this video to the source monitor, this video does have some sound. It's got the audio waveform. It's just really quiet, but there's sound in here. Okay. What we can do now in Premiere 26.2 is you can actually see video and audio waveform together. There's a really nice new addition because we'll be able to do this in other applications. Now we can do it in Premiere as well. So what you do is you click on the spanner icon and you go to video and audio waveform split. And you get the video and the audio waveform at the same time. There. Very handy feature if you want to see video and audio waveform at the same time to do some edits. Feature number 4, sequence index panel. So when you work on a sequence, let's say this one has quite a number of clips in here. We now have a new sequence index panel. Another feature which is nice in here because we've had it in some other applications in the past. We've had it for a really long time in DaVinci Resolve, for example. This will list all the clips that are available in your sequence in here. So you can see we've got 10 clips in here. They appear in this order there. You can increase the size of these as well, so you can make these bigger so you can see the names better, for example. Okay. You can also have a clip selected in your timeline automatically. So if I pick one of these clips, like let's say the Thames, this one here, I can click on selecting timeline, which will highlight it in the timeline underneath in there. Handy if you have lots of clips in your sequence and you want to quickly find them and you want them to select and you want to do something with them as well. You can also search looking for specific clips. You can even download the list of all the clips as a CSV file. So you can export to CSV with all the visible columns, all columns. You can decide and you can choose where they're supposed to go, an output file name. And this will give you a CSV file with the list of all the clips in your sequence in there. Okay, feature number 5. Another feature which I've always mentioned that it will be so handy to have in here. We can now mute the playback for our sequences, and it's in quite a few places. So for example, in your program monitor, which you know shows you the export from your timeline, you can now mute the timeline in there. So for example, if I make a sequence from this clip in here, well, there is some sound. I'm just going to make it louder as well. So there's a sound. You can see the volume meters going up and down. We can now mute the playback. Now we're just making the playback muted, so we can focus on something else in here. Very handy feature. We have the same feature in the source monitor now as well. We can just mute the playback here in the source monitor. There's actually one more, the global control. There's a mute button here in the top right corner where you can disable audio, and you get an options here. If you click on there, you can just mute everything. So just mute it. So if I mute, so say the source monitor quiet, the timeline program monitor quiet. The volume meters still go up and down, which is quite handy because you can see the volume. They just gray because it's muted. Also, if you click and hold on this icon, you can choose if you want to mute everything or just the source monitor or just the program monitor as you're working on your sequences in here. Okay, that's the 5, just 5, because there were like, I think 8 new features in Premiere 26.2, but it's just the 5 most exciting new features in Adobe Premiere 26.2. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I'm Marek Mularczyk from marekmularczyk.com, and hopefully see you soon on the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.